today, come closer, Oksana. All right, we are doing lesson 103. It's a lot, it is more visually appealing than yesterday. Yesterday, what was the color of our dishes?
Golden.
Huh? Brown and golden, right? Remember I told you hot dishes are usually that color. So today, we are doing the following things. We're doing a combination of hot and cold hors d'oeuvres. I wrote some things on the board which are all bite-sized. Remember, the most important thing about hors d'oeuvres is they can be hot or cold, but it has to be bite-sized. Okay? So this is our menu for today. Team 1, the two of you, okay? We are doing Thai spring rolls. Kindly check. All right, so this is fried. Spicy crab remoulade. Salmon, smoked salmon parfait shot glasses. Instead of shot glasses, we are using something bigger and it's easier. This is very, very, very time consuming, but it's beautiful, okay? And then you are doing beef satay. What is satay? Is it a hot or cold dish? All right, satay, it is hot, warm, yes. What is it? When you hear the word satay, it is always something in skewers, all right? In a stick. In French, you would call it brochette, or worldwide, you might call it kebab, all right? But they are in skewers, but similar, but it's small. It's small portion. So we have bamboo skewers, and what would we do with the bamboo skewers so that it doesn't burn easily? Yes, keep them in water. Chef, did we get bamboo skewers? I asked for some. The sticks, okay. We have to dip it in water right away. Now, dipping in water does not guarantee it will not burn, but you just have to be a bit more, it will burn less fast. Okay, so smoked satay with peanut butter dipping sauce, and one more dish if we have smoked salmon crepes, okay, with cream sauce. That is very beautiful. Your team will do the chicken satay yakitori. What is yakitori?
The sauce.
No.
Yaki, that's mean to fry.
No, it means to grill. To grill. All right, yakitori is something grilled. Okay, you're doing this version, chicken satay yakitori with Southeast Asian dipping sauce, buckwheat blini with, guys, we have very, very expensive French caviar. It's caviar from France. It's 6,000 rubles for like 4 tablespoons. Okay? I didn't mean that. In catering companies in America, they get the inexpensive lumpfish caviar. To begin with, it's dyed. They dye it black or they dye it red. So you can buy a jar for like $7, and then catering companies will make 300 vol au vents with that caviar on top. But today, I didn't realize Veronica ordered us a very expensive one. Okay, so this one, buckwheat caviar, may I just ask her to lead it, Oksana, since you're a baker and you work with yeast, we have to work on this right away. Buckwheat, it's dark color, okay? You will have to work with yeast. Now, I understand the word blini is very different from the way the English and the Americans call blini. Here, blini is a big pancake, right? Crepe. In the States, it's always blini, it's always small, about maximum like this. But today, bite size, it will be like this. It's a small pancake and thicker, and you put caviar and creme fraiche on top. Okay, you're also doing, this one, goat cheese mousse with beet quenelle. And then you are also doing, guys, the scallop and pork spring rolls. All right, so we have 2 versions. No, you don't anymore do the spring roll. They'll just do the scallop and pork spring roll. Okay, let's go over the recipes. Okay, chicken satay yakitori. All right, guys, we have tamari. Means it's thick soy sauce. Let's go ahead and use that. You all know sesame oil and mirin. So I just want you to know your chicken breast. I will show you how to cut it. And you have to marinate ASAP. Look at number 2, 1 hour. The same with the beef. So if 2 people can start this right away, one will cut the chicken, the other one prepare the marinade, okay? All right, now, The bamboo skewers, when Chef Stas finds it, please soak it in a big hotel pan so it soaks. Thank you, Chef. It's over there. All right. And what do you do to prevent it from going up? The bamboo skewers, it will always float. Put a plate or something heavy. Okay? All right. Now, let's go to the Southeast Asian dipping sauce. This is very simple. You all know Thai fish sauce, lime juice. Instead of tamari sauce, can you please put the kikkoman soy sauce? All right? We have toasted peanuts there. And then you all know how to cut scallions, right? Diagonal. All right. So everything is mixed together, served at room temperature, so it's very fast. That can wait for last. And then let's skip some recipes. And then Thai spring roll, I'm skipping. All right. And then let's go to the next one, spicy crab remoulade. All right. When you hear the word remoulade, what is it made from? Mayonnaise. All right. A remoulade is always mayonnaise based. My big correction, please. Celery root. What's another name for celery root?
Celeriac.
Celeriac. All right. This is, guys, 4 ounces. 4. Okay. Okay, use a grater with the big holes. Okay, and then creme fraiche, we will use the sour cream. Thank you. You all know sambal olek, right? Yes, and then mayonnaise from the refrigerator. You will use gloves, a pick on the crab meat. You will make it with the mayonnaise, sambal olek, so a little spicy. And we are going to put it, we don't have barquettes. What does the sound barquette sound to you? Monsieur, vous parlez français? A boat? Yes. A barquette is shaped like a boat. All right? It's always boat shaped. We don't have it, so we will use, this is called vol au vent. Okay? You will be learning how to make puff pastry. Okay? This is made from puff pastry, and we will teach you how to do this. Usually it is bigger, but this is hors d'oeuvre size. So you will just make the filling and stuff it, and we will put on top 2 colors of tobacco. Let's do some orange tobacco, some green tobacco. What makes the tobacco green? What do you think? Wasabi. Wasabi. All right, so there's orange, there's green, and we can do combination of orange and green. It will be very beautiful. Okay, so that's a vol au vent is from puff pastry, barquette, boat shape, and tartlets. You can have miniature tartlets made from dough. So this one, guys, taste before you put it together. Who's doing that? You guys, right? Yes. Okay, it's very exciting. Simple, right? Yes, very simple. Smoked salmon parfait is the long one. Why? It's assembling it together. Okay, gelatin, a sheet and a half. All right, so they come in sheets. Whenever you work with gelatin, Oksana, in sheets or powder? Both? Okay, you know in sheet form, you always soak it in cold water. It will become very, very soft. Then you squeeze the water out. Okay, fish stock. If you don't have fish stock, guys, you can always use chicken stock or water. Then you have your smoked salmon chop, creme fraiche, and then here, you we have sour cream or the thicker. Chef, what are we using in place of creme fraiche? Huh? Thick sour cream. You know thick sour cream, it tastes even better than the creme fraiche. Okay, you need to boil eggs. You remember boiling eggs properly? There are many ways to do it. So do your version of boiled eggs. Then you have more tobacco, you have chives, etc. And the expensive caviar. I will show you what. Tell you what. Number 1 and number 2, do not do together. Do not do yet. Postpone it. What happens when you mix gelatin with something cold? Gelatin, you mix it with something cold. It will harden, it will gel. So always remember this, when you have gelatin, also the other thing is whether it's powdered or leaf gelatin, it has to be heated. You have to melt it. Now you don't want to do this, number 1, that's to melt it. Number 2, you will puree the smoked salmon in a food processor and then you will throw the melted gelatin, it's like liquid. Do not do that yet. Why? Because if you're not ready with the garnishes, it will get solid. So do this last. Prepare your garnishes, your red onions minced that you have to blanch. Why blanch? To remove some of the strong flavor. And then the chives, please do not blanch. Can you correct it? Arthur, do not blanch the chives. Okay, all right. Smoked salmon crepes, that's easy. All right, this is really beautiful. What you have to do is get your crepes going. All right, when you make crepe, what do you do with the batter? You have to rest it for half an hour, and you want it as thin as possible. All right, and then this is what we're doing, guys. Once the crepes are done, we are going to use a spatula to spread cream cheese. All right, that's a little loose. We have like cream cheese, or you can use a thick sour cream. You will put slices of smoked salmon, another crepe, same layers. You do 3 or 4 layers. Then I have cutters. So we can do small circles. We can do a bigger circle and cut into 4 wedges. We can make decorative design. On top, we can pipe a little cream and chives. Okay? I was saying, guys, if I told you to read this would have been all beautiful for your graduation. Today is very visually beautiful. Okay, scallop and pork spring rolls, very easy. Guys, you have to combine all the ingredients, mix well, taste, and how do you know what do you want to do before you wrap it? All right, Ben, Oksana, I have my mixture. What do you do? Pre-cook and try. And we're not using rice paper, we're using wheat paper. It just is a lot better frying. Wheat paper, okay? All right. And then coconut shrimp, we're not doing that because we did something a little similar. Tomato mousse, no, I chose the beet mousse. Okay, okay, buckwheat blini. May I just ask Oksana, can you get this started, please? All right, it's unusual that blini has a yeast, but she's a yeast expert. So you want to do this right away, number 1. Then number 2, because it has to double. What was my trick in making it double? Right away. I showed you when you have yeast and you want it to rise right away, you use a warm water bath and you go in a warm area. It will rise a lot faster, 1.5 to 2 hours. And then after that, guys, you always punch it down, and then we will cook this blini about this size, really very small. All right? Okay, and then you have the garnishes. And then I think we have covered duxelle. I'm not doing because we're doing that. Goat cheese with beets. Who wants to do this in your team? It needs a lot of patience. But can you work fast, please? Okay. All right, beets. And that's it. So let's try to present as soon as possible. Okay, no, don't. We will use this. When we weave it into the skewer, we can include it. But basically, it's like this. Okay. You don't have to do individual. We will just skewer. Oh, you know what I mean? And I might as well put it here, so I'm not wasting time. All right. So because it's rather thick, I will just butterfly, okay? Yeah. And don't worry even if it's not straight, because then we can have small, this, and then, for example, the skewer is short, we can add it, okay? Oh, but there's a little problem here. Your garlic puree is not ready yet. See? Never mind, just puree this first. We'll keep it hot so it doesn't set. Just puree. Okay, keep hot. We won't add anything cold. We won't add your heavy cream. You have to cover. Okay. You know what? Do the Southeast Asian sauce and do the peanut dipping sauce. Is that fine? This is just for trial. I always tell my students we should taste everything before wrapping. Taste is the most important. So we just want to make sure that it's seasoned properly. Oksana, you want to taste? Just, yeah. Yeah, very good. No more seasonings, right? Yeah. I think it's good. Come, guys. You want to come here? Take a look. All right. You learned this already before, right? We need big spoon for here. Okay. The regular spring roll, that's why you can do two style. The other one is cigar style. They call that Shanghai style. All right. Egg wash. It can be Cuban style. All right. So you will put the same. Remember, when you're trying to sell anything or serve, for that matter, you don't want some thick, some thin. So maybe I'll do the model and you should follow. Okay? So this is the one we did before. But if you make it this thin, just make everything the same size.
This is with pork, right?
Yeah, this is pork and scallop. All right? Helen, you missed this. It's very important to pull and to tuck. All right. Wait, did you do this with us?
No.
You didn't do Asian with us, and it's tight, nice and tight. So when we fry it, we slice it on the diagonal. Now, you can also do this, cigar style. In the Philippines, we do a lot of this, and we cut it into 3 or 4 pieces, and it's really like people take and like a nice dipping sauce. Okay, so here, and then not so much. It's more of narrow. That's why I said sometimes it's better to chop when you have. This is delicious. We tried it. Okay, so there's more to go around. Now, so nice and tight too, because guys, if it's not tight, when you cut it, it will just burst. All right? Huh? Yeah, like when you're doing sushi. And then here, sometimes I don't seal the sides anymore. We will just cut that off. All right? So here, so you cut this bias into 3. So it's really like, yeah, you can. Or just like this, but make everything, if I started this size, make everything this thick. All right? And obviously, you can do a mix match. All right? So, Oksana, you can decide which size you like. Okay? All right. Okay. No, it's okay. So basically, it's not a quenelle. Guys, just make sure it's nice and tight. And here. Okay. All right. Center it. And then I'll show you what we'll do with more chart decoration. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Get the idea? Okay. All right.